I leave the earpiece in, I start talking like I have marbles in my mouth or I'm heavily medicated. And neither of those are the case. So, if you'll just bear with me as I make sure everything's all in order. Yep, I'm live. Good connection, it says. Okay. I'll let a few people file into the chat. There's a lot going on. I was hoping it'd get easier, but and it is in a way. But regardless. All right, let's move on without that. Yeah. So the idea, I think I mentioned earlier, for those new to the stream, the idea is to do some narration over the top of my Old World Germany reset evidence video that's already uploaded to YouTube. And the video has a soundtrack to it, and there's no narration. There's a few signs in it, but that's about it. So the idea is to play the video. I've got it queued up here, and as it's playing, I can do some narration over the top. I'm hoping my levels are good. It looks like I might be maxing out on the microphone a little bit, so hopefully I'm not scorchingly too hot. Nobody wants to listen to a bad audio or buffering live stream, so let's see. Well, regardless. Okay, let's get started. Welcome to the live stream. My name's Bill Miller, and the YouTube channel is billmillerflip. For those new to the channel, the channel name is my name plus the word flip at the end. The flip just adds some definition and some separation to all of the 1,000 other Bill Millers that have a YouTube channel. And it's also my email address, billmillerflip@yahoo.com. If anybody wants to message me through email, that's how you would do it. The channel is growing. I'm coming up on 900 subscribers, and that's good. And I've been continuing to add new content to the videos. I've branched out to other platforms. You can find my works on Odyssey over there, and doing some other investigations on spreading out even further. There's other platforms out there, but for now I'm doing live streams on YouTube, and that's primarily where you will find me. And today is Old World Germany reset evidence. It's a video that I had previously done, and it's been up for a few months now. So let me check over on YouTube, see how we're doing. Yep. Okay. So without further ado, I'm going to start the video, and I'm going to do some narration over the top. Old World Milwaukee is just a production. It's basically just the name of the production company that I put together for these works. The castle that you see there, that's called Rheinstein Castle, overlooking the, that was the Neuschwanstein Castle, southern Bavaria. Here's the Rheinstein Castle overlooking the river, cliffside. A lot of these castles were built 700-800 years ago. With the means that they had at the time. Allstadt Castle here, a very magnificent structure. Erdmannsdorf Castle. A lot of the castles you'll see are next to lakes and rivers. Wurzburg Castle. Very rotund and massive. Got some waterworks there. Liechtenstein Castle, cliffside. How did they build this 700 years ago on the side of a cliff like that? Schwerin Mecklenburg Castle, another massive beauty. Artenburg Castle. A lot of them are also mountaintops. They look overgrown. Bremen Castle, lakeside, a glorious structure. These photographs were taken in the late 1800s, and some of these structures may have been taken out during World War I and World War II. Some made it through the battles. Some speculate that World War I and World War II were kind of cover stories to go in and dismantle Old World Germany and its ways, and take out the infrastructure, and take out and target some of the finer architecture that they had there. So 700 years ago, they would have had to have dragged all the stones and building materials up the mountain. Sounds very difficult. Here's Frankfurt Tower. This one's in the middle of town, right in the middle of the street. This has very German characteristics. Again, the scale and the complexity with a minimal workforce and a minimal skilled labor workforce, 9th century, 10th century, 11th century. Was it possible for the people in the timeline that were given to have built these? This is a complex. I mean, there's levels, tiers, they're connected. There's tunnels underground that connect these. They were scattered all over Germany. Some still survive today. Mountaintops, twin towers, could have been an energy gathering device. When you see the two towers like that, it's indicative that it was an energy gathering place. Another nice scenic view. I believe that's the Rhine River. Villages built around the castles is another common characteristic. Very rotund tower, very German looking. I believe this one is the Nuremberg Castle, with the village built right around it and a massive wall there in the foreground. Auerbach Castle. So some of these castles have damage to them. I mean, something took parts of these things out that was a very strong force, precisely aimed. Something hit this with force and took it out. And others experienced a huge heat blast. Now, this used to be a building. This used to be a castle, and now it's melted. Which brings up the works of Jerry over at the When the Buildings Cried and Spartan Red. They are the leaders in the melted building theory. Cannonball damage was not capable of doing this, and this was with them. This would have been a grid meltdown, a heat that came from below, and a circuit board meltdown, and took out some of the structures from below. But it was very selective because some of the structures survived. Now some of them are partially buried, and they're abandoned. Why would they have abandoned? Why would they have put so much work into these and then abandoned them? And these massive, beautiful estates that survive, could this have been selective by the conquerors that came in and decided that they didn't want to destroy this because they wanted to occupy it after the takeover, because these are very glorious places. They serve some purpose. This one's very Roman looking. I'm going to let this play for a second and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Had a bit of a cat emergency. Heard my cat having a little meltdown outside, but all is good. I'm back. Very desolate streets after the takeover, and the cities are enormous. The scale of the architecture is just off the chain. You know, we get the signs that there's a few inhabitants around. Maybe these are the survivors, or these are the new arrivals. And this structure here, it takes Ivy a long time to get to that point. Years and years and years of growth. Where is everybody? The cities are empty. Berlin, the top hatter down at the bottom right, was he part of the conquerors? Another Berlin shot. Amazing Roman looking architecture. The city's completely empty though. Massive domes and pillars. Then we get Dresden. Dresden, as we know, was completely destroyed in World War II with the bombing campaign. This photograph was from the late 1890s. And then we get Nuremberg. Completely massive architecture and a single person visible. Berlin. Massive city, new arrivals. Very few people around. The city looks abandoned. There's nobody home. Everybody's gone. Looks like it took a beating there. I believe this is Munich. Bavaria. Also nobody home. Everybody's gone. Berlin. A few people gathered around the waterworks, so they had pressurized plumbing back then. Ladderline goes out to UAP. UAP turned us on to the ye old Ladderline. This goes out to UAP, doing good work. Berlin, Four Horsemen. Empty city. Munich, massive city, devoid of people or life. Hanover. Munich, Bavaria, city square. A few new arrivals, but other than that, the city's completely desolate. Now, when we refer to the top hatters, I mean, I get the sense that they were in on the takeover. They know something. They were poised to take over, or they're the henchmen of the conquerors. Another shot of Berlin. Frankfurt. Massive structures, very few people, and some of the figures that we see are actually painted in. Berlin. Munich. Fully built out city, desolate of human life. Nobody around. Bremen, Germany. Familiar architecture, empty streets. Frankfurt. Okay, what happened there? Okay. Another Frankfurt on the riverside. Hamburg, Germany, on the waterfront. Fully built out city, not much life. Dresden, Saxony, fully built out city. Look at that ship. Look at the side propellers, the paddles on the side. You don't see those much anymore. Berlin, what a beautiful city. Bremen, Germany, and their rooftop architecture. Gorgeous. Berlin. Massive streets, massive structures, very few people. And then we get the single guy in the road in Berlin. Everybody's gone. Another shot of Berlin. Now we get into this section of painted in people. These people aren't actually there. When you zoom in on them, they've been added later by an artist. So they've taken a picture of an empty Berlin, and an artist has added these features. I get the sense that it was to falsify the timeline. Same goes here. Another shot. But these people, if you look closely, they're painted. You get a good shot of it here. These cities are actually empty, and it appears that they're trying to make them look filled. But these people are clearly painted in. Painted in people. Munich. Why would they be standing like that in a group like that with the rest of the courtyard to go around? But these are painted in figures. Horse and cart era. My cat Roger wants to say hi. Hey Rod, you want to say hi? Horse and cart era. So they built these structures, is that right? All of them. So how many loads would it have taken to get these structures built with horse and cart? It's a lot. Okay, Roger's moving through. Thank you for bearing with me. Oh, here comes Lucy. Got a couple of cats, and they like to come around, especially when the camera's on. Frankfurt. City Square, they're always into these statues. There's just statues and statues. Dresden, City Square. Got my little cheat sheet up here, sorry. Bremen, Germany. Beautiful, beautiful city. And those in the community know about the rooftop Antiquitech. The previous civilization was very technologically advanced. They had communications devices, they had energy gathering devices. And this would have been new arrival population coming in, as the previous civilization inhabitants had been disappeared, or they just left on their own. It's hard to say. Painted figures on the left. I believe this is Germany, large bowl. No, excuse me, Berlin, Germany. Yeah, that's right. Another massive statue. Horse and cart people in a massive city. Architecture looks Roman. Hamburg, Germany. Fully built out city. Apparently no construction going on. It's all done. The horses got the day off. More Berlin. Statues everywhere. Massive. If you compare them to the size of the people next to them, they're huge. Berlin was a fully built out city of the old world. Yet this is the new arrival population. Streetcars. All of the cities of Germany had streetcars. Very advanced. Frankfurt. This is Dresden, part of Saxony, train station. Very advanced for the 19th century, 1800s. Frankfurt, Germany rooftops, full of antiquitech. They had all sorts of gadgets in the past, communications, energy gathering. They weren't just for advertising. These things did something. The old world was in tune with the ether and were able to gather and harness energy from the ether. So they had different devices on top of the rooftops that were able to gather energy and supply the building with energy. And some of the rooftop areas were for docking of the dirigibles, airships, blimps, balloons, whatever you want to call them, but they were the mode of transportation in the old world, and they were able to dock on top of large buildings and load and unload from there. And some get the sense that these statues are actually life-size statues of the previous civilization. I can't rule it out, as this architecture is clearly made for individuals of a much larger vessel, much larger size. I believe this is Bremen. Munich, Bavaria. They had all sorts of devices going on along the top of the building. All of the extra windows. What were they for? Collection of new arrivals gathering. Yeah, I mean, as these structures got taken out, as I mentioned, it is believed that the wars were just cover stories. World War I and World War II actually intended to go in and dismantle the rest of Old World Germany and take out the infrastructure and the power centers and take over. All of the old German cities had fully functional electric tram systems that were harnessing energy from the ether, and they were able to run their transportation system on it. More painted in people. These people aren't there. If you zoom in, you can tell that they've been painted in, trying to falsify the timeline. It would have been spectacular to have been able to go through the cities with the original inhabitants and the original builders, and just to witness it would have been amazing. They were very much in tune with the realm, and they were able to harness frequencies and energies and power up different things that that they were able to utilize in their daily lives. I mean, for a bridge and a building, they spared no expense in the details. And the roads. Does the street have to be that wide for a horse and cart civilization? Maybe they're just expecting, you know, they were good pre-planners. Or there was some other reason that the streets were that wide. Towers and cathedrals, we call them churches and cathedrals, but they had another purpose in the old world. Possibly energy gathering and places of healing. And just the detail of the old world, just it always amazes me. Yeah, and that was the video that I put together. It's been up on YouTube for a couple of months now. Let me pop over and see if I'm still live. Hopefully the stream's still going. All right. Well, looks like I'm still going here. Looks like I got some people in the chat. It's kind of hard to type in while I've got it going on, but I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and hopefully the stream's still going. It may have died, I'm not sure. Might have crashed my computer. It might. So, but thank you for coming. I'll catch up with everybody in the chat and catch you on the next one. I'm not sure if I'm still live, but I'm going to catch up with some people in the chat. Maybe it's just see if I can get some feedback. If I end the stream early, then I'm not able to communicate with the people in the chat. So shout out to the people that have stopped by. My poor computer. Not even able to scroll, but I see Nora Snow, Teresa Be Kind, A Jolly Man, Holistic Media. I see Paul Cook in the house. I'm sure everybody's aware of Paul's great work. If you're not, go check out Paul Cook's channel. He's absolutely crushing it with the research. I can't wait for, I'm always looking for his next video. Paul, you're doing a great job. Computer frozen up. Not sure if I'm still alive, but I'm going to hang with it. Ben Porter's in the house. We the people are here. Paul Cook, easy tigers. Probably butchered your accent. Sorry. Yeah. We the people says horse cannot pull uphill. Good point. So I mean, if hopefully I'm still broadcasting. I want to thank everybody for coming out. As I struggle through these live streams, I've got to get it figured out. You know, I know my poor computer's kind of maxed out, but maybe I can get an upgrade in my graphics card, and that might help. But I just wish I could scroll through the chat and see what's going. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yeah, Holistic Media says hi from UK, joining my first live. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you were able to see it. Hopefully it came through. Nora Snow says hi to Holistic. Q-Part, hi, UK also, first time here. Great content, Bill. Thank you very much. Holistic Media says, you'll find it fascinating at Nora Snow. Many rabbit holes to explore. Yeah, that's always good. Many rabbit holes to explore is good. Looks like the video started up again. Let me see if I can... No? Maybe that's just a delay. But I've got some other works in the mix, and I'm hoping to upload those soon. One's on vintage automobiles, and Holistic Media says, love all great quality photos. Thank you very much. Yeah, I do. I'm very selective in my select when I pick out the photographs. But I'm going to end the stream. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Hopefully this was viewable. I'm new at this, but I want to get better. It's something that I feel strongly about, and I want to join in the conversation.